Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I have been guided to do this business oracle reading this week. So we're going to have some fun today. And I've already drawn a couple of cards you may have seen in the group. The end of last week, I posted the back of those cards so that you could tune into your own intuition and sense into what messages are going to be in service of your business this week. So I'm going to be tuning into spirit, into your higher self through this message, and also the collective energies as well. So for those of you who already have chosen your card, amazing. I will be mentioning your name in a moment just to remind you which message is going to be most relevant for you. Typically, all messages are relevant to a degree. Some will be more than others. So it's a really great way to practice tuning into your intuitive gifts as well. So for those of you who did not see that message earlier and don't know which cards I'm talking about, I'm going to show you the backs of the cards, and you can just take a moment now to tune into which card is speaking to you. So I'm just going to show you the backs here. That's all three of them together. So we have this one, number 1. This blue card is number 1. The pink one is number 2. You can see that. And then we have this gray looking one here, number 3. So just tune in. Don't overthink this or overanalyze this. Just notice which of these, 1 blue one, 2 pink, 3 gray, which is calling you, which are you feeling any kind of sensation towards, which are you feeling is calling you, and pop it in the comments, 1, 2, or 3. And if you've already chosen, could be fun to see, I don't know, maybe something different comes up today. I'll let you know. I have the names here of everybody who's already chosen, so I will let you know what you chose before, but it's always fun to work with our intuition in this way. All right, so those are the 3 cards that we're going to be working with, and I might draw 1 or 2 extra ones, probably will, just because it'll be fun to do so. So interestingly, the first card, number 1, so if you chose this card here, number 1, this is relative to the first chakra. It's an Archangel Michael card. You can see here we have Michael. Now, interestingly, nobody chose this card last week when I posted the images. Nobody chose number 1, which is interesting because this card is actually, what it's sharing is that you are feeling safe and secure in your business, that you have moved or you are moving beyond a place of stability. So it's interesting that nobody is feeling that currently so far, unless perhaps you may have chosen number 1 whilst watching this recording. Yeah, so this is very much about the base chakra is all about having our base needs met, having our financial needs met, feeling secure, feeling stable, feeling safe in our business. This is a business reading. So anybody that's chosen this card is already doing well in that sense because they have this support of Archangel Michael. They're already feeling stable and secure in a sense. So it's kind of a celebration that you are taking steps to move beyond survival mode. And you know, that's a very easy place to get stuck, in survival mode in business, where we kind of can feel safe there. We feel safe being in that rat race, and you know, a lot of this can tie into excuse me, into childhood patterns. So this didn't come up reversed, but if it had come up reversed, that would have been an indicator to look at any survival patterns that are playing out in business that may have come from childhood patterning. So I'm not going to say too much more on this one because nobody's chosen it. Let me know if you have, though, in the comments. It'll be interesting to see if that changes based on who is watching this recording and didn't see the message last week. That's Archangel Michael there. And then the second card, which actually was kind of the winner, if you want to say it in that way. This was the card that was most popular. So the most people chose this card last week. And this card is about water and creation. So I'm going to call out your name if you chose this last week. So we had Annie, Elodie, Heather, Rachel, Bori, and Gina. You all chose this number 2 card. You can see there's a beautiful woman there with gorgeous flowing hair. And this is the energy of water. So you are being called this week to embody or work with the energy of water in your business. And if you think about what that stands for, it's very much about flow. Water has the beautiful qualities of both, it's powerful, you know, it can erode rocks, even though it's soft, right? So it's this beautiful unity between the masculine and feminine energies, although it might typically be perceived as a feminine quality, it has that deep power beneath it, right? But this is also about creation. So you can see here, it says creation on the card. So these beautiful white doves in the image. So this is calling you to be in flow. So what you're being called to do from a business perspective is look at any areas that are stagnant, right? Any areas that are lacking flow, and to flow forward with grace and confidence. So you may be being called to create something new here. So if you're feeling that there are areas of your business that are stagnant, that you're not so excited about, then the invitation is to create something new, right? And that creativity is our birthright. Often we can get attached to old programs, old offerings, old ways of being in business, when if you think about how the universe works, everything is cyclical, right? So there's a beginning, a middle, and end for everything. And the ending is, there's nothing bad about endings. Endings are often a completion of a cycle. So what's coming through for this card is, look at something that perhaps you're feeling intuitively you should be ending, and don't see it as a negative, see it as a natural completion of a cycle, right? And there's that beautiful quote by Dr. Seuss, I think it is, there are no endings, only new beginnings. So as soon as a cycle completes, it creates space for a new one to begin, right? And that's really what this card is all about. It's about creativity. And considering what is vital to your happiness, because typically if we're feeling stagnant about something in business, we've lost the joy and the motivation. So if you're feeling like that lack of motivation about writing a post about something or about telling people about one of your offers, that's an indication that perhaps that's not so much in alignment with you anymore. So that's number 2, water, the water element. And then the third card, so this was Anya, Daria, and Ifyania, the web weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. I love this card. It's a beautiful card. So you can see here, you can quite see, try and get that into focus. The web weaver. So this is about cause and effect, absolutely. This did appear upright, so it's a positive message in that all of the efforts that you've made so far are going to, you're going to reap what you've sown, essentially, right? In a good sense. And it's calling you to trust as well, right? To trust in connectivity. So there might be people coming into your world from a business perspective that are going to help you get to where you want to go. So to trust that connectivity. And if you're feeling like you're not seeing results, like you've put a lot of hard work in and you're not seeing the results yet, to know that the web casts wide and far. And sometimes we can only see a very small part of it, right? We can only see a very small part of the web, and yet it extends beyond. So this is really what the message of trust is all about. You're being asked to trust that all of these efforts that you're placing in your business will pay off, but also to pay attention to patterns. So I talk about this a lot with my clients, in that in business, you know, we kind of want to be constantly have our white coats on and be the scientist, right? The explorer, the scientist. We want to constantly be making experiments and seeing what lands, right? So you don't always have to get it right first time. You really don't. And you won't get it right every time you put something new out there, right? With your business. But what you want to be doing is getting that constant feedback from your customers or your clients, that feedback validation loop. So it's about paying attention. What is landing? What do your people want? And a large part of this is getting our ego out the way, right? Often we'll think we know, and we might feel really passionate about something, but if it's not landing, if there's no interest, then that's telling you something, right? From an NLP perspective, we always say there is no failure, there is only feedback. So we're always want to be getting that feedback from our audience, from our clients, from our potential clients. What do they really want help with? When you think about business is an act of service, we're just helping people. We're helping them to solve problems. And look for those patterns, you know, when you're talking to clients, when you're interacting with them, when you're engaging with potential clients, people in your world, what are they telling you? Because they tell us all the time, right? They'll tell you what they want. And I've worked with clients in the past and they've been like, oh, nobody wanted it. They said they wanted this. And I'm like, well, give them that. That's what they want. So a large part of this is, of course, getting our ego out of the way. So that's card number 3, the web weaver. You know, it is about patience and trust, which are qualities that we really have to explore and work with. And I'm not saying it's easy, it's not at all. You know, we all want things yesterday, but a part of that is unhooking from the conditioning that the Western world has caught us up in, this instant gratification, right? It's not how the world works. You don't plant a seed and then it flowers tomorrow, right? It doesn't work like that. There's a cycle, there's a natural cycle to things. And as much as we want it now, maybe now's not the right time. So part of that is really working with the natural laws and rhythms, while at the same time taking that beautiful, healthy, masculine action. It doesn't mean we sit on our laurels. I don't know what laurels are, but it doesn't mean we sit back. We still take that aligned action. Of course, there are times for stillness as well. I've been called into stillness over the last few weeks. As many of you know, I've been unwell with a certain C virus. And yeah, my ego was like, I don't want to rest. I didn't want to at all. I was flying high. There were so many frequencies coming in. I was out with music gigs. I was out living my best life, doing, you know, really enjoying the creativity that the human experience offers. And I kind of forgot that actually maybe now I need to replenish. And so I was called physically to rest and into stillness. And I've really, over the last few weeks, I've really been able to see the beauty in stillness. And actually, miracles happen in stillness, right? We become more of a conduit for the energies and for creativity to just flow in, which is very much relevant to card number 2. Yeah, we get to be more like water. In the stillness, that great void, and I was talking about this yesterday, that's often where the magic happens, in that stillness. Just we've been conditioned out of it. All right, so let's pull a couple more cards just for everybody. What am I feeling? I'm feeling called to one of the elemental cards, actually. What element is going to be in service for everybody watching at this time, or whenever they view this? What element will be in service for them with regards to their business? Just one card, please. Oops. All right. How interesting. We've got fire. And I've just opened that exactly at the point in the book, fire. Yeah, okay. So I know why this is coming in. So I've been working a lot with the divine union at the moment, and how important this is in business. And I talk about this a lot, as many of you will know who came along to my business alchemy workshops recently. It was something that I was called to really share as one of my core messages in business. And it's always been that way, the importance of working with both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So I talk a lot about how strategy and structure is very important. That's the divine masculine side of business, and how we need to unite this with the more feminine aspect, which is very much the water aspect that we had earlier, number 2. But, you know, fire is really about passion. So everybody who is watching this, and we've talked to the water side of things, you are being called to allow your spirit to drive you forward, right? Allow your spirit, your passion, what you feel deeply motivated about. What is it that, and in business, it can often be what pisses you off about the world that you want to change. That can often be how we end up helping people in business, because we get to this point of frustration, this feisty, like, this holy fire. And by the way, there's a lot of fire in the collective at the moment. That's why this is coming up. There's a lot of holy rage last week. Let me know if you felt it. I definitely felt it on Friday, especially. A lot of rage, which is really just an energy, an intense energy that it's power, right? It's powerful, and we can choose how we express that. Gandhi used to talk about using anger to fuel his motivations to make a difference in the world. So it's not a bad thing. We choose how we use it. You know, we can use it in an explosive way that's unhealthy, or we can use it to fuel us from an energy perspective. If you think about the sun is this ball of fire that provides the energy to sustain an entire galaxy, right? So we have this fire within to light us up from the inside, but also to fuel our business and what we want to do. So you're being called not to overthink things in your business, but to innovate and to take action, right? To innovate and take action. This is very much, it's interesting because it's interlinked with the water card. Again, creativity. You're being called to create, to innovate, and to be a lighthouse for others. It says here as well, or find yourself a mentor. This is what it says in the book. And there's a word of power here, loga, ancient Norse, which means blaze. So that's, if you think about what innovation is, it's really about being a trailblazer, blazing a new way forward. Do something different. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't copy everybody else. Connect to your own inner fire, right? Connect to that inner passion, why you are here, why your soul is here, what you are here to express through the platform of your business. And it will be different to everybody else. And your people will be telling you. It's that web. I love how all these readings come together, the web. You're getting feedback. You might be going, I don't know what to innovate. You do. People will have been telling you to a point. You'll know deep down, but there will likely be fear. So we have to find courage to innovate, right? Beautiful card. All right, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to sign off. I don't know how long we've been going for. Let's do a beautiful unicorn card. The unicorns are like, hey, what about us? They don't like being left out. I mean, they're so beautiful, aren't they? Unicorns. All right, so let's ask the unicorn energy. What message do they have for us all here watching this video, or whenever you find it? What do the unicorns want to share with you about your business? The highest good for all, harm to none. What message do the unicorns have? Let's see. Interesting. And the way I read, I do consult the various books that come with these as well as receive information intuitively, but typically often words will light up for me in terms of what messages are particularly relevant. Sometimes it will be that visual for me. But we've got here rose gold cosmic pool. Bathe in cosmic love, soak up wisdom. Lots of beautiful animals here. So I'll just show you guys that. So this is very much about bringing in the rose pink feminine energy of pure unconditional love, compassion, romance, harmony, and beauty. This flows to us through Venus, the planet of love. Try and get that into focus. Interesting, because you would think that rose gold is a feminine energy, but it's actually a masculine energy that balances and moderates raw power and brings peace, justice, and higher knowing. So this is about, again, bringing into perfect equilibrium. And rose gold is one of the new higher colors on earth right now to help us on our journey, right? So you're being asked to work with rose gold. So whatever your meditation practices are, you might want to see rose gold as a color. And it's definitely a quality that I've been working with more recently. And I can see how it sort of has that masculine energy to it as well. But I'm actually being called to share a process with you all right now. So we're actually going to take a trip to the cosmic rose gold pools. So let's all close our eyes. Didn't know this was going to happen. I love it. So we'll close our eyes, everybody. If you're feeling called, of course, with you, you have your own free will here, whether or not you want to take part in this. So for those of you feeling called, close down your eyes, take a deep breath in. And exhaling slowly, inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly, inhaling deeply, and exhaling slowly. And we're going to take a trip now with the unicorns. So you might see some beautiful unicorns flying into wherever you are, perhaps a beautiful meadow. Some unicorns have come in to assist us on this beautiful magical journey. And the unicorns are going to take us to the cosmic pool of love and wisdom. So see yourself now flying through cosmic space with the unicorns, through the dimensions, going at the speed of light until you see a breathtakingly beautiful rose gold pool. And you can feel the energy of Orion and Venus all around you as you dive into this beautiful sparkling pool. It has those beautiful frequencies of rose, gold. You can feel those frequencies. There's also rainbow, a lot of rainbow frequencies here. Working with your heart center now as you soak in the golden wisdom and rose pink love. And the invitation here within your business is to pour this love into your clients and your potential clients by way of taking time to understand who they are. This came through in the last Facebook Live that I did, if you want to go back and watch that one. People often view marketing as this toxic masculine practice when actually it's has a very feminine aspect to it, to take the time to listen to your people. What do your people really want? Who are you here to serve? That's a practice of love and compassion, softer practice of listening. Listen, what do your people really want from you? They will be telling you in their comments, in the conversations you have with them, by what they say yes to, what they sign up for. So allowing these beautiful gold, rose gold frequencies to flow over you now and to seep in through the skin, through the skeletal structure, through all the organs, the skull, the eyes, the nails, the hair, full body experience here. Connect to the light body. As you call these rose gold frequencies into your being so that you may emanate them out through your business platform for the highest good for all, harm to none. And just set the intention that the wisdom will come to you. The wisdom from this beautiful energy, this rose gold energy, will come to you when the time is right, and you'll just know what to do next in your business. Maybe that you've already received the message in this reading today, whichever card you chose, whichever message resonated with you. And just set the intention to take these beautiful rose gold, pink frequencies with you into your day today and to operate from this beautiful place. This soft, feminine place. You may see the frequencies sparkling as you hear in the distance your unicorns calling for you to take you back where you started from as you gracefully exit the rose gold pool. Fly back with your unicorns through the dimensions, through cosmic space, all the way down to the beautiful meadow where you started, back down into your chair. As you affirm, I radiate love and wisdom. I radiate love and wisdom. I radiate love and wisdom. Take a deep breath in, integrating this beautiful frequency, amplifying it and radiating it out to all you come into contact with today. Take one more closing breath in and exhaling, opening your eyes. And that process, I just want to acknowledge Diana Cooper, where that process came from, through her Oracle deck, which I will link beneath. Look at this beautiful light shining in. Love it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let me know what resonated with you. Have a beautiful day. And I will just let you know as well before I sign off, for anybody who's feeling called, it's not going to be for everyone, but for anybody who's feeling called, I do have, I need to come back into my body as well here. I have something new that I've created that I was called to create. May be relevant for some of you. It's going to be relevant for you if you're in a space in your business where you're either wanting to create a new, more premium offering, a new way for people to work with you that is more in depth, that is more high end, if you like, something that is in the range of around $1,000 to $8,000 in terms of what you'd be selling that for, what the exchange would be for. So if that's something that you've been thinking about doing, creating your own premium offer, some kind of beautiful high value way to help your people. Sometimes people really need that assistance at a deep level where they really need some hands-on help from you, right? And of course, there's a cost for you to do that, right? There's an exchange required for that. So if that's something you've been thinking about for a while, I've created something that I've been calling a DIY premium offer template. So this is a way for you to do this in your own time, right? It's a template where I kind of put everything that I've learned, not everything, but a lot of things that I've learned around premium offers particularly, into a 3-page template, and you can just go through this process in your own time. There's a roughly 1 hour video training where I take you through the process, and there's actually a bit of a calculator there as well. So we're really leaning into those masculine structures to help you to innovate. So if you've got some vague ideas of something you want to create, but you don't have that structure for how you bring it to life, how you put together everything that you can do and all your different modalities and how you put that into a bigger, juicier, beautiful offering, then this is going to provide the template for you to do that, right? It's going to help you figure out how to bring all of that together. It's very easy to use. It's really cool, actually. And like, there are very specific things that people look for in a premium offering. And that's what I'm teaching you with this very short training, right? So the cool thing that I wanted to mention, and I've just been guided to do this week, or the end of last week it dropped in, is that because I'm very much known for, and this is not about money, by the way, when I talk about premium offers, it's not about, let's go and make a ton of money. It's not about that. It's about really having an equal exchange for you to work with people in a deeper way, right? That's what a premium offer is about. And it's a beautiful business model because it's a very simple way for you to cover your financial expenses, where you only need to work with a handful of people, right? And they get to work with you and you get to work with them and you get paid well, generously, and everybody wins. That's why I love this mode of working. And what I was getting to is that I've been called to integrate a little bit more of the intuitive with this, because it is quite a masculine offer, right? I'm showing you the structure of how to put together this offering. And the piece that I'd like to add to that for the next 5 people who say yes to this is a complimentary intuitive reading. So what you'll get in addition with this tool, right, is a 30-minute intuitive reading from me, where you can ask 3 of your most burning questions about your business, whatever it is you're struggling with, whatever challenges you're facing, where you'd like more clarity, the direction perhaps you're looking to go in next, what's most aligned with your soul. It might be that you're wanting to know, okay, how is my mission tied into this offering that I want to create? I am going to be doing 5 intuitive readings, 30-minute readings that you'll get, as well as this template. And to be clear, this is a very low investment, right? It's super low. It's $250 for this investment right now. I haven't set an end date for it yet. It's likely going to be either this week or next week. I'm actually going away to the snow, so who knows what will happen. It's all about mountains for me. I went off to the Blue Mountains about a month ago, and then this dropped in, and I'm going to the mountains again on Friday this week to go snowboarding. So depending on how this week flows, I'll keep it live either this week or next week as well. So the next 5 people will get the intuitive reading. It's $250 US for this beautiful training, and there are some exclusive bonuses, but you won't find out what they are until you enroll. I think there's 3 extra surprise bonuses as well, which are pretty cool. More on the intuitive side. And there is a payment plan as well, so you can pay I think it's $99 a month for 3 months if you want to do a payment plan, if you want to split your investment up, or it's $250 if you want to pay upfront. So that is what's available to you. And in terms of what other clients have, like the results they've got from using these principles and working with me intuitively, I had one beautiful client who fairly recently, I'll just share 2 stories with you. Fairly recently, she used these principles, and she'd been thinking about creating a deeper way for people to work with her for a long time, a couple of years. She just couldn't figure out how to put together the different pieces of what she could do into a cohesive offering. And so we worked together, and within just a couple of weeks, she had 6 people step in and say yes to working with her in this. I think it was around a 12-week program. She had a very small audience. We didn't even do a launch either, by the way. So that's what happens when you nail the offer. You barely have to do anything to sell it, to a degree. Of course, it's helpful to put it out there as well, but you can get those first few clients without doing anything like that, any kind of launch, because the offer should sell itself to a degree. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you in this very short training. I had another client who was selling $50 1-hour sessions, and I think it works out as a 40 times increase when you look at it, because we went from her charging $50 an hour to $2,000 for her program that we developed, and she sold that within, again, short period of time. Yeah, so that's what's available if you're feeling called. This does include information that I've never shared before. So some of you may have been in my previous workshops. What's inside of this template is brand new. So I've never offered it before, and it's brand new, and even my clients haven't. We've touched on some of the principles, but this calculator part of it is brand new. So it's pretty cool, pretty fun. And I did want a way to allow those of you who are looking for a lower investment to be able to work with me. So that's why I put this together. So I will pop the details underneath in the comments if you want to grab one of those. We've already had some beautiful souls step into this. As I said, the next 5 people will get the intuitive reading as well. So that's very exciting. And I really hope as well that you got a lot out of this reading. I didn't realize we'd end up in the cosmic rose gold pools, had no idea that was coming, but it's a beautiful, I love it when those things happen sometimes, and especially that particular deck. Sometimes there is a process that Spirit wants us to integrate to really allow what I'm sharing from a cerebral aspect to land in the body, but also in the light body, right? It's the frequencies. It's about integrating those frequencies. And that's really how I love to work best with my clients, is this beautiful divine marriage between the cerebral and the structural and the information sharing, but then also like really embodying those the energetic side of things as well, the frequencies, right? All right, so let me know how this has landed with you. If you'd like more of these type of readings, have a beautiful day. And what was that beautiful, just gonna look up that beautiful affirmation. Let's end with the affirmation, I radiate love and wisdom. So I'm going to take a moment now to radiate love and wisdom to each and every one of you watching this right now. Hope you feel that. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Lots of love. Bye for now.